Meal planning removes guesswork. At the start of the week, decide what you'll eat for each meal. This includes breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. Use a notepad or app to jot down meals and match them to days. It ensures balanced choices and saves time. Once your plan is ready, create a shopping list based on it. This keeps you from buying random foods and minimizes food waste. Knowing what you'll eat reduces stress and prevents last-minute unhealthy decisions. It also helps control portions, especially if you reuse recipes or batch cook. Stick to repeatable meals for even more simplicity. The key is consistency, not variety. Planning once a week can save hours across the week and make it easier to eat healthy even when you're tired or busy. You don't need to be perfect. Even planning 3 to 4 meals ahead can make a big difference. Eating the same meals regularly. Repetition simplifies nutrition. When you eat the same meals most days, you don't waste mental energy deciding what to cook or worrying about nutritional balance. Choose 2 to 3 go-to breakfasts, lunches, and dinners that are easy to prep, contain whole ingredients, and align with your goals. For example, eggs and toast for breakfast, chicken and rice for lunch, and a 1-pan veggie stir-fry for dinner. You can swap veggies or sauces to avoid burnout, but keep the structure the same. This strategy helps with portion control and reduces temptation. It also makes grocery shopping predictable and efficient. You'll know what to buy and how much. Over time, it creates healthier eating habits without needing daily motivation. Athletes and busy professionals use this method because it's reliable and effective. The fewer choices you need to make, the easier it is to stay consistent and on track. A grocery list template is a reusable list of your most common food staples. Instead of writing a new list each week, use categories like proteins, carbs, vegetables, fruits, snacks, and condiments. Fill in each section with your usual picks. For example, chicken, eggs, rice, oats, spinach, apples, Greek yogurt, olive oil. Then check your fridge and pantry and only buy what you've run out of. This makes shopping faster and prevents you from forgetting key items or impulse buying. You stay consistent with healthy choices and reduce mealtime stress. If you repeat meals often, you'll also reuse most of the same foods week to week. Add or remove items as needed, but don't overcomplicate it. This system also helps with budgeting, since you know what to expect. Using a grocery list template gives structure to your food choices and makes sticking to a plan much easier. Bulk prepping means cooking large portions of food once or twice a week, so you don't have to cook every day. Choose simple ingredients: rice, chicken, veggies, beans, pasta, and eggs. Cook them in large batches, then divide them into meal containers for the week. This saves time, reduces dishes, and helps control portions. You can mix and match ingredients, like pairing chicken with rice one day and pasta the next, to avoid repetition fatigue. Refrigerate or freeze meals as needed. Start with prepping just lunches or dinners if doing everything feels overwhelming. Prepping doesn't mean being rigid. It's about reducing decisions during the week. The goal is to make meals accessible, especially when you're tired or rushed. You're far less likely to order takeout or skip meals if healthy food is already made. Bulk prep is one of the fastest ways to build consistent eating habits. Portion control tools help you avoid overeating without needing to track calories. Tools include measuring cups, food scales, divided meal containers, or visual hand guides. For example, 1 cupped hand of carbs, a palm of protein, a thumb of fat, and a fist of vegetables is a general portion guideline. Pre-portioned meal containers make it easy to prep balanced meals. Using a scale helps you learn what actual serving sizes look like. For instance, realizing how small 1 ounce of cheese or 2 tablespoons of peanut butter really is. Over time, you can eyeball portions better and make more accurate food decisions. These tools also help keep you consistent without the need for apps or logging. They simplify the process of eating enough, but not too much. You don't have to be perfect. Just start using one tool to build awareness and prevent overconsumption. The plate method is a visual guide that helps you balance your meals without measuring anything. Take a standard dinner plate. Fill half of it with non-starchy vegetables, like broccoli, spinach, peppers. 1/4 with lean protein, like chicken, fish, tofu, and the last quarter with complex carbs, like rice, quinoa, or potatoes. You can also add a small portion of healthy fat, such as olive oil, nuts, or avocado. This approach keeps your meals nutritious, balanced, and easy to assemble. It works well for lunch and dinner and avoids the need for calorie counting. By structuring your plate this way, you naturally increase fiber and protein, which help with fullness. It also keeps your portion sizes in check. Whether you're eating at home or a restaurant, you can visualize your plate like this. The method is beginner-friendly, effective, and helps form lasting healthy habits. Hand portions offer a no-tools-needed way to estimate serving sizes. Your hand size roughly matches your body size, making it a personalized measuring tool. For each meal, aim for 1 to 2 palms of protein, 1 to 2 cupped hands of carbs, 1 to 2 fists of vegetables, and 1 to 2 thumbs of fats. These estimates work for most adults and simplify the eating process. You don't need scales, apps, or labels, just your hands. This approach works anywhere, including restaurants and social gatherings, and removes the stress of measuring everything. It's flexible, adjustable, and promotes balanced meals. Over time, you'll learn how to balance your plate by feel. If you want to lose weight, use the lower end of the ranges. If gaining, use the higher end. Hand portions are ideal for busy people who don't want to track but still want some structure and accountability with their nutrition. Limiting variety. Too much variety creates decision fatigue. Simplifying your nutrition by limiting variety means picking a few meals or ingredients you enjoy and repeating them. Instead of buying 10 vegetables, pick 3 to 4 you'll actually use. Rather than rotating 20 recipes, stick to 5 to 6 you know how to cook well. This reduces shopping time, cuts prep work, and prevents food waste. It also minimizes the mental effort of planning and makes it easier to stay consistent. You can still rotate options weekly to prevent burnout, but the key is to simplify. Variety sounds good in theory, but in practice, it often leads to overwhelm. Limiting choices helps you stay on track and reduces your chance of making unhealthy decisions. Use sauces or spices to change flavors if needed. Once nutrition feels automatic, you can always add more variety later. But starting simple increases your odds of long-term success. Liquid calories add up fast and provide almost no satiety. Soda, juice, fancy coffee drinks, alcohol, and even smoothies can pack hundreds of hidden calories. Swapping them for water, black coffee, tea, or zero-calorie drinks can make a big impact. For example, cutting out one 16-ounce sugary drink a day saves about 200 calories, which adds up to over 1,400 calories a week. These calories rarely fill you up, meaning you still eat the same amount of food and now have excess intake. Nutrition gets simpler when you drink mostly water and let your calories come from whole food. You'll also feel more hydrated and energetic. If you like flavor, add lemon, mint, or use flavored electrolyte powders. Removing liquid calories doesn't mean zero drinks forever, but minimizing them makes your diet easier to control and less prone to unintentional overeating. Eating whole foods over processed. Whole foods are foods in their natural or minimally altered state, like fruits, vegetables, meat, eggs, oats, and rice. Processed foods often contain added sugar, oils, preservatives, and salt. While not all processed food is bad, many are engineered to make you overeat. Whole foods are more filling, lower in calories, and packed with nutrients. Choosing whole foods simplifies decisions. Instead of reading long labels, you know exactly what you're getting. Building your meals around whole ingredients makes it easier to meet your health goals, manage weight, and feel better overall. Start with a goal of 80% whole foods, 20% processed. This balance lets you enjoy convenience without sacrificing your nutrition. Focus on single-ingredient foods when shopping. Fewer labels, fewer additives, fewer problems. This isn't about perfection, just making the base of your diet cleaner and more straightforward. Convenience health foods. Convenience doesn't have to mean junk. Stock up on healthy pre-prepped foods that save time, like canned beans, pre-cooked rice, frozen veggies, rotisserie chicken, hard-boiled eggs, or Greek yogurt. These require little or no prep and can be thrown into meals quickly. Having these on hand removes excuses. For example, a microwavable bag of brown rice, frozen broccoli, and a can of tuna makes a complete meal in 5 minutes. Pre-washed salad kits or protein bars are other quick options. The key is choosing convenience items with minimal ingredients and solid nutrition. You're not lazy for using shortcuts. You're smart. Life gets busy, and healthy eating needs to be sustainable. Keeping your kitchen stocked with convenient but healthy staples is one of the best ways to stay consistent when your schedule gets unpredictable or energy is low. Focusing on protein first. Protein is the most filling macronutrient, helps build and preserve muscle, and supports fat loss. When you build meals, start by picking your protein source first, like chicken, eggs, fish, tofu, or Greek yogurt. Then build around it with carbs and vegetables. Prioritizing protein ensures you get enough daily without having to track everything. Aim for 20 to 40 grams per meal, depending on your needs. Most people undereat protein, which can lead to hunger and loss of lean mass during weight loss. Protein also helps stabilize blood sugar, making you feel more satisfied after meals. Starting each meal with the question, "Where's the protein?" can simplify your nutrition significantly. You don't have to obsess over grams, just make protein the focus of each meal. It sets the foundation for better food choices and helps regulate appetite naturally. Eating on a schedule. Having set meal times creates structure. When you eat at consistent times each day, say 8 a.m., 12 p.m., and 6 p.m., your body adapts and hunger becomes predictable. This prevents random snacking and binge eating from getting too hungry. Scheduled meals also help regulate energy levels, reduce impulsive food decisions, and improve digestion. For people with busy routines, knowing when your next meal is coming provides a sense of control. You don't have to eat on the dot, but sticking to general timeframes trains your body to expect food, which helps with appetite control. For example, if you always eat lunch around noon, you're less likely to crash or overeat at 3 p.m. This strategy isn't about restriction, it's about rhythm. Consistency makes it easier to follow a plan and maintain balance, especially if you're prone to skipping meals or grazing all day. Meal replacement shakes and bars offer quick, balanced options when cooking isn't possible. They're not ideal for every meal, but they're better than skipping meals or eating junk. Look for options with at least 20 grams of protein, some fiber, and moderate fat to keep you full. These can be used for breakfast, post-workout meals, or emergencies. Some people even use one daily to simplify busy mornings. Shakes can be blended with fruit or nut butter for more calories, or kept light with just water or almond milk. Bars should have minimal added sugar and real ingredients. Keep one in your car, bag, or desk for convenience. Using meal replacements occasionally helps maintain consistency when life gets hectic. They're not a shortcut, just a tool to simplify nutrition without sacrificing your goals or waiting until you're starving to eat. Intermittent fasting as a simplification tool reduces the number of meals you eat per day, which means fewer decisions, less cooking, and less cleaning. One common method is 16 to 8, where you fast for 16 hours and eat all your meals in an 8-hour window. For example, you might eat from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m., skipping breakfast. This naturally limits snacking and shortens your eating window. It doesn't automatically make you lose weight, but it can help with calorie control and reduce food-related stress. You only plan 2 to 3 meals instead of 4 to 6. It also frees up time in the morning for other tasks. Fasting isn't for everyone, but if you're not a morning eater, it can simplify your day. Just make sure the meals you do eat are balanced and protein-rich. Fasting is more about structure than restriction, a time-based approach to simplifying your nutrition and eating habits.